Hello and welcome to another episode of Dream Home Cooking. Today I have a delicious menu. I'm going to show you guys how I make a shrimp and corn chowder. It's actually my mom's baby sister's recipe, my Aunt Angie. I just made a couple little changes to it, but it's out of this world. And with that, I'm also going to do a shrimp cocktail. I think those are so pretty. And then also I have a corn confetti dip, just like a little appetizer, and then some garlic cheesy bread. So I'm going to get started on the shrimp and corn chowder first because it needs to simmer for a little while. So this is what I always call the one pot wonder. This is easy, it's delicious, and it feeds a large crowd. This pot could feed up to probably 15 people easily, or 20 smaller bowls. But what I did was I have 2 tablespoons of olive oil and a stick of butter, and it's melting down in this pot. And you see it's a large pot because there's a lot that goes into this soup, but it's just a matter of dumping it in there. So to the melted butter, I'm gonna add 1 onion, a large onion that I chopped, a large bell pepper, half a cup of green onion, half a cup of parsley, and a half a cup of celery. And all these vegetables are going to make this chowder absolutely delicious. But before I add anything else, I want to get these veggies nice and soft and browned in this butter and olive oil before I add anything else. And I'm going to let it saute for probably 7 to 8 minutes. Okay, so the veggies have been sauteing for about 7 minutes now, and they are nice and softened, a little browned. So then I'm going to add 3 fresh pods of garlic that's minced. And the reason I always do that at the end, I know I've said it before, but it's so it doesn't burn, because it'll certainly get bitter, and that's not good. This smells delicious as it is right now. So I'm going to turn the heat down to low because I'm getting ready to add a whole bunch of good stuff in here, and I don't want it to bubble over or get all over me. So first I'm going to add 2 cans of whole kernel corn, and one of the cans I drained just halfway, the other I drained all the way. I wanted to have a little bit of that juice in there. This is such an interesting recipe, and it's so good. And then I have 2 cans of cream corn. It's a lot of cans, but it's delicious. So there's the second can of cream corn. Then I like to add a can of drained diced potatoes. I love having my little garbage can right here. I can just pop it in there. Then I have 4 cans of cream of potato soup. I like the extra potatoes, that's why I added a little can, or you can, dice up a potato. I'm gonna get all 4 cans of this cream of potato soup in here, and it's better to use a butter knife, that way you can scrape it all out. Okay, so that was all 4 cans of the cream of potato soup. Then I'm gonna add my seasonings, and I just put them all in one little cup. This is 2 teaspoons each of pepper, salt, garlic powder, onion powder, and then a tablespoon of Cajun seasoning and a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Now, you want to, as I always say, you want to go back after you've got all your ingredients in the soup and just do a little taste test, because you might find that you want more seasoning in there. So I'm going to give that a stir. What I like about this too is that it's a chowder. So chowder is supposed to be thicker than a soup. And to me, it's very, very hearty. Okay, so I've got those seasonings stirred in there. Now I'm gonna add 4 cans of pet milk. And these are the regular size cans. They have the little small one, but make sure you get this size. And you wanna shake the can real well before you pour it in there. And this just gives it a wonderful richness. But you want to be careful not to ever bring this soup to a boil, because this milk will curdle or scorch, and that won't be good. So it's going to be a medium low simmer for about an hour or 2. And then after it simmers for about 30 minutes is when I'll add the shrimp in, because I don't want the shrimp to overcook. So that's the last can of pet milk, and make sure it's pet milk and not condensed milk, or you'll have a dessert chowder. Okay, and then this is interesting. This is a liquid crab boil. So I took a capful of that and put it in the chowder as well. And then the last thing besides the shrimp that I'm going to add to this is a 1.5 cups of chicken stock. So now I'm at a point where, other than putting the shrimp in here, it's done, and I'm going to stir it, and then put the lid on, and I'm gonna let it simmer for about 30 minutes before I add the shrimp. Okay, so this is ready to simmer for a little bit, and when we come back, I'm gonna show you guys the shrimp cocktail and the corn confetti recipe.
When you select Wolde Flooring's hardwood, you don't just enhance your home, you transform it. With hundreds of beautiful, durable, hand-selected varieties that come with up to a 50-year warranty, you can count on unsurpassed beauty and proven durability that's guaranteed to stand the test of time. When you want the best flooring for your home, come to Wolde Flooring in Madison. WoldeFlooring.com, 256-325-8453.
Hey guys, I wanted to let y'all know about a year ago, me and Bruce Stone started a new company called Stonewood Homes. And Stonewood is a little different business plan than Woodland Homes because Stonewood is a scattered lot home builder, which means if you have a lot and you're looking for a builder, Stonewood is the answer. So if you own a home site or you're looking at building a custom home, give us a call at 830-9000 and let's start building.
Choosing an appliance can be complicated these days. That's why at Bob Wallace Appliance, we start by asking questions like an occasional cook or a serious chef, something just for you or an army, once a week or once a day. You see, it's not just what we know about appliances, it's what we know about you. Bob Wallace Appliance, locally owned and operated for more than 35 years. Online at bobwallaceappliance.com.
If you're looking to remodel or build your dream home, it all starts at the Dream Studio by Woodland Homes. At Woodland Homes Dream Studio, you'll work with seasoned professionals dedicated to providing you with the very best, whether you're starting from scratch or remodeling. And with thousands of selections to choose from, the Dream Studio offers everything you need at the absolute highest quality, all under one roof. The Dream Studio by Woodland Homes. Live your dream. Call 830-9000 today.
Okay, the shrimp and corn chowder is simmering. It smells delicious. Now I'm gonna make the corn confetti dip, but before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and get the beginnings of the shrimp cocktail going. So what you have to do first, of course, is boil a pound of shrimp. So I have here just a big pot of water that I just turned on, and I'm gonna take one bag, same thing as this, except it's in a bag. And I'm gonna put it down in that boiling water with 4 tablespoons of salt. I know that's a lot, but you need it for this. And I am going to bring this to a boil, and then once it's boiled for about 15 minutes, the flavors are really all in that water, then I'll add the shrimp to it. But I'll show you guys that next step later. But I just want to get this little satchel of seasonings in here and boiling. And by the way, this is just a shrimp and crab boil, generic. It's a Kroger brand actually, but there's several kinds on the market. So for the corn confetti, you're gonna start with a cup of mayo. I've already got that in the bowl. Then I have a cup of sour cream. This is such an easy dip, and it's always a crowd pleaser. So I'm gonna stir that together. Okay, so then I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of black pepper and about a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Then I have 2 cans of chopped green chilies. This is always a great little ingredient in a recipe. And then I have a small can of chopped jalapenos. Now, if you'd rather not have the heat, you can certainly leave this out, but it's really good if you like something spicy. And I'll stir that for a minute. Okay, then I have a half a cup of green onions, and you can leave that out as well if you don't care for green onion. You just want to chop them. Then I have 3 cans of Mexicorn. They're the 11-ounce cans, and you definitely want to drain it. And this is one of those dips that the longer it sits in the fridge, the better. So if you can make it ahead, if it can sit in the fridge overnight, that's best. But if not, then at least let it refrigerate for about an hour or 2. I may be running out of room in this bowl. We'll see. And then I'm gonna add some sharp cheddar cheese. I better stir it before I add some more. I'm about to overflow here. It's been a while since I've made this, and I forgot that I need a bigger bowl. All right, so that's 8 ounces of sharp cheddar, and that's it. And you stir it, refrigerate it, and then serve it with the big scoop corn tortilla, or corn chips, or also tortilla chips. Okay, so this is ready to go in the fridge. I'm gonna clean up a little bit, get it in the fridge, and then I'll show you guys how I do the garlic cheesy bread. Okay, so I decided instead of doing the bread just yet, I want to show you guys how I finish up these couple of things. So this is the shrimp that I'm going to put into the chowder. I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's been simmering for about 30-40 minutes, and this is 2 pounds of peeled shrimp, and I patted it dry. You don't want them to be real, in water. So I'm just going to spoon it in here, and then I'm going to let this simmer for another 45 minutes to an hour until the shrimp are done. By doing the shrimp at the end, I think that's better because they don't get too overdone and chewy and tough. They just need to be a light pink color. All right, so there is the chowder. That's done except for simmering. Now, this has been boiling for about 15 minutes, and what I want to do is take 1 lemon, I cut it in half, and I'm gonna squeeze that lemon, all that lemon juice, and it doesn't matter if the seeds go in there because I'll drain this all off eventually. So that's the juice of 1 lemon, and then I'll just pop it in here just for extra seasoning, and then I'm gonna take about a tablespoon of vinegar, and I'm gonna put that in there, and this will help to peel the shrimp afterwards. Okay, so this is 1 pound of shrimp that I just rinsed, but the peelings are on there. Of course, the heads are off, but you wanna leave the peelings on there. I grew up in Louisiana, and this was always a big deal, something we did all the time, shrimp and crawfish boils. And you can put the potatoes and corn and sausage in here like they do, and it's just delicious. And as soon as it starts boiling, I'm gonna cover it and just let the shrimp sit in there for about 5 minutes. You don't wanna overcook these either. So, I am going to take a break, and we'll get the garlic cheesy bread ingredients out, and when we get back, I'll show you guys how all this finishes up.
Since 1983, individuals and businesses in Alabama have relied on Wolf, Jones, Wolf, Hancock, Daniel & South for their legal representation. Our experienced attorneys offer high-quality legal counsel in commercial law, real estate, and personal injury litigation. So if you need an attorney, hire the best attorney you can. Call the experienced North Alabama attorneys at Wolf, Jones, Wolf, Hancock, Daniel & South to arrange your initial consultation, because we're dedicated to setting the standard for legal services.
In choosing a contractor in today's market, finding someone that is going to take care of you and make sure that you're happy with their product, with the quality, it's not an easy task today. The most important thing to me is doing what you say you're going to do, taking care of the customer, installing a product that is superior. My motto is call the lady with a team you can trust, and I feel confident that we are a team that you can trust.
My father started this business in 1977. The people that work for us is part of what sets us apart. All of our employees have experience. All of our plumbers have been with us for 10 years or greater. Our motto at Dean & Son is quality and service. We're going to do quality work. We don't leave people hanging. We're there when we're supposed to be. We're done when we're supposed to be. Living up to what you sell and service them after they pay you, that's where your integrity in the plumbing business comes.
Dean & Son Plumbing Company. Call today at 518-9780.
Okay, we're back, and I've been doing a little burner switcheroony. I've got my chowder back on this burner, and it's pretty much done. It's simmering. Now I'm going to show you guys how I make this garlic cheesy bread and my finish up my shrimp cocktails. But what you want to start with is 3/4 cup of mayo, a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. This is the best bread, and when you tell people, they're gonna say, what is in this? And when you tell them mayo, they're gonna go, what? It's just delicious the way that it bakes up. So you're gonna have the 3/4 cup of mayo, And then you're gonna add 8 ounces of sharp cheddar. Okay, so I think that's nice and mixed. And now you just wanna take a little butter knife or spreader, and you're just gonna put a generous amount on each slice. Okay, I'll get all these fixed up and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so I'm down to the last one. I put a generous mixture on each little slice of bread. And now I'm gonna put this in an oven at 350 for about 18 to 20 minutes. You just wanna watch it until it's nice and bubbly on top, and it will be delicious. So I'm gonna move this aside and show you guys how I assemble the shrimp cocktail. I went ahead, after I had the shrimp boiling, I drained them, let them cool because they're very hot, and once they cooled down, then I peeled them. Sometimes I leave the tail on because it makes it prettier, but today these shrimp aren't as huge as I would like. I should have gotten one step up, but that's okay, it'll work. And it makes the person who's eating this easier, they don't have to deal with the tail. So I'm gonna make a cocktail sauce mixture. This is just a cocktail sauce that you can find on at the grocery store, on the aisle by the ketchup and mustard. And I'm gonna use about half of it because I'm gonna make just 4 little shrimp cocktails today. But for Mike and me, just cocktail sauce is not enough. We like to have it with a kick. So I add about a tablespoon or a little more of horseradish. And that's just ground horseradish. And then you're just gonna stir it up. And then I'm just gonna spoon about a tablespoon into the bottom, or maybe a little more, of each little martini glass. And you can use this with a little short orange juice glass, a wine glass, whatever you have, a little plastic cup. All right, so there's the cocktail sauce, so they can have that to dip. And then you just take the shrimp and just place them, because of their shape, they'll just hang out on the rim of the glass. So then I took some lemon slices and I just made a little slit right there, and then you just put it on the glass, and there you go, there's a shrimp cocktail. So while I'm assembling the rest of these, I want to tell you guys about our community of the week. It is KellyCove out in the Monrovia area, and what fun it has been watching that subdivision grow. And it's in a wonderful area right near 565 off Highway 53. They have a gorgeous clubhouse with a workout area, a beautiful pool with the fountains that the kids can play in the summertime, a great area to have parties. And they have a beautiful model home out there as well that's fully furnished, and I just invite y'all to go out there. They're open 7 days a week and take a look. It's in a great location, very near Providence, and great restaurants, grocery stores, great school system. And I know Mike will share more with you about KellyCove when he gets here to taste everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish these, and when we come back, Mike will be here and we will taste all of this delicious food.
Hey guys, come on in.
Hey Troy.
Yeah, let me show you around.
Wow.
You know, as the Acme Brick spokesperson, I get paid in brick. All the brick I want. Solid. What? Too much? To get Acme Brick quality, look for the Acme name. And here's the guest room. Hope you like a firm mattress.
When we came to looking for a cabinet company and a manufacturer to use, and with Wellborn being the selection, Wellborn has a good foundation within the company and the folks that run their company. And when you have a good foundation, things typically follow suit with that, and things will stay steady. Their values, I feel like, are on a solid foundation. I feel like their true intent is to build a product that will be a lasting product. You're going to love what you see.
Wellborn Cabinets, the essence of cabinetry, at Woodland Homes of Huntsville.
Well, today we're at the Kelly House, and the Kelly House is the amenity package which pulls everything together in KellyCove community. You know, at Woodland Homes, what we're about is we're about lifestyle. And we spend a lot of time designing the Kelly house in order to be able just to kind of make KellyCove just the lifestyle community that you'd really, really want to live in. Part of that lifestyle community is having a fully equipped kitchen outside. And the way that this is designed is just for a lot of outdoor entertainment. You have a huge, big stainless steel grill, exterior burners. So if you're going to be having a cookout out here as a social event, you know, a birthday party for the kids out here on the pool deck, this is a great, great place to prep and serve all of your guests here at the Kelly house. All right, so we've just completed this little area, and this is a, you know, when I'm like entertaining, I always love a fire. So this is one of the first times we've ever actually built the fire pit area on the amenity package. So I just can't wait to use this. Now, one of the favorite things that our kids are really enjoying about this amenity package is our splash pad. Come on, let's see that. So this is our splash pad area, and this is the first time that we've ever actually built a splash pad area. So we were out here last weekend, and we just opened about a week ago, and the pool deck was already crowded with kids and families out here really, really enjoying this. And most of the kids were congregated right here in the splash pad area. So this is something on a hot summer day they're really, really going to enjoy. So here we're inside of the Kelly house, and one of the things that we are starting to do with our clubhouses is not necessarily making them a place to where you can actually come inside and cook. But if you do have it catered, the way we've got it set up is with a microwave and then also a couple of warming drawers. So you still have got a kitchen in case you need to keep your food warm if you're entertaining. But this cannot wait to be able to have people over here and start watching football games and really enjoying the inside of the Kelly house. Now, for most people, it's the fitness center that they're really excited about. Come on, let me show you that. So now we're inside the gym. So this is all yours. It's 24/7, and it's everything you need. Everything you need to get a great workout. I've got a couple of treadmills, got an elliptical, I've got a rower. A lot of people like to watch TV as they work out, but you have it all here. Everything that you need, your bench press, all your free hand weights. And so I know that you've seen this on the show today, but really to get a first-hand look, you just need to come out, look at this beautiful 25-meter swimming pool, the splash pad, the community center, and also the gym. So the best thing to do is just come out, visit us at KellyCove, or give us a call at 256-830-9000, or log on to our website, woodlandhomes.com. Look forward to seeing you in the community. Come see us.
Okay, we're back, and I've got Mike here with me in the kitchen.
Today is shrimp day.
I know, and our producer Sadler asked me if I wore orange because of all the shrimp dishes I cooked. I said, well, I guess that's fitting.
Yeah,
but
it looks great. Yep.
I don't do seafood a lot on the show, but I decided to do the shrimp and corn chowder, and then the shrimp cocktail, and great. Yeah, it's delicious and it's so hearty. And I get all of our seafood now from A&V Seafood on Cecil Ashburn. They are just the greatest little couple, and they go down to the Gulf. Yes, they have a truck, and so anyway, I don't buy grocery store shrimp anymore. Is what I used to call it. But this is, you can tell that it's very fresh. And then I made the corn confetti dip, which is a cold dip. But I decided to get creative and see what would happen if I bake some of it. It looks good. And it's really good. You can see where I did a little taste test in there. But so it's good warm too. I baked it at 350 for 30 minutes.
And we got shrimp cocktail.
And shrimp cocktails, and then that garlic cheesy bread we love.
Fattening cheesy bread, huh?
Yeah, you know, sometimes you have to do it. So I was telling the viewers about KellyCove, and that has been a really great community over the years.
And the location is great. Yeah. You know, as I was growing up, of course, my dad was a builder and he was in the real estate industry. And one of the things that he taught me at a very early age is that if you're going to invest in real estate, there's three things to look at. And that's location, location, location. And that's what you have with Kelly Cove. And what's so great about that location is you can come out of the community, turn right, be right on 53, and it is literally a straight shot to Research Park Boulevard, and then also into Research Park. So the customers that are purchasing there love the location, and the location's great. The schools are great, and we're building two different types of product in there right now. We've got product that we're building on a 100-foot wide lot in the $300,000 price range. We also have a product in there. It's a 3-car garage product that is on an 80-foot wide lot that's in the $200,000, and we have just completed our engineering for the last 2 phases of the development. And one of those phases is going to be called the Courtyards at Kelly Cove, and that particular product is going to be geared more toward an empty nester. You know, this baby boom generation, which is so big, is now downsizing, and they're looking for things that are more carefree, more maintenance free. And so that's what we're gearing our one of those phases for, called the Courtyards, and those will be starting in the mid $200,000 price range. A lot of value with those homes. And then we're building our third and final phase of the Village at Kelly Cove.
Will they be the garden type homes that we do at Overland Cove,
it'll be similar to those. It'll be like what was across the street when we lived at Overland Cove, those cottage type homes. And
those are very nice.
But affordable, a lot of amenities.
And you don't feel like you're downsizing, even though maybe you are. It lives large.
Yeah. So what I encourage y'all to do, if you haven't been out to Kelly Cove, it's right off of Jeff Road or right off 53 in Burwell. You can go onto our website, woodlandhomes.com. You can get directions. I've got a great new home sales professional by the name of David out there that would be glad to help you. But we've got several different price points and several different products that can fit any family's need. And I just encourage you to come out this weekend and take a look at Kelly Cove and everything that we've got going on out there. And for information, I'm sure, on your recipes, the viewers can...
At woodlandhomes.com or on our Dream Home Cooking Facebook page.
Yep.
And as always, a thank you to our sponsors who make this show possible.
Yep, absolutely. And also wanted to mention this real quick, is our trade-in program is going amazing. So if you have a home and you're interested in buying and purchasing a new home, we have a great trade-in program where you can trade your home in on one of our new homes, and we've got like 10 people that are taking advantage of that currently right now. So it's a great program. We make it simple and easy. All you got to do is come see us or pick up the telephone, give us a call at 830-9000, and we're getting ready to eat. So this looks good. So y'all come and see us.